banging out these videos today. You know what I'm saying? I already told y'all what's up. We ain't gonna really talk too much, you heard. 18 poorest actors currently scraping dirt at rock bottom. I seen Chris Tucker in the thumbnail. I know like he had a lot of freaking IRS problems where he owed like millions and millions of dollars, just making bad purchases, bad spending, buying two houses next to each other, buying a whole bunch of, promising to make payments and never did. But besides him, I want to see who else. I just want to see who else. I ain't even trying to pocket watch, but you know what I'm saying?
These 18 actors are the poorest in Hollywood. And coming in at number 18 is Spencer and Heidi Pratt. Heidi
Who?
Blair Pratt is an American TV personality who got noticed in The Hills. Spencer Pratt met her in a West Hollywood nightclub, and the two hit it off. He was subsequently cast in The Hills and married Heidi in 2009. The couple have been on the American version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and the British version of Celebrity Big Brother.
I don't
Now,
remember.
Spencer and Heidi Pratt are currently worth approximately $300,000. That might seem like a tidy sum, but their combined net worth used to be an estimated $10 million,
Damn.
and they earned $2 million plus yearly when they were at the top of their game. The $10 million was frittered away on $4,000 bottles of wine, shopping trips, and Heidi's music career, which cost $2.5 million, with her album shifting a measly 6,000 units. Also, Spencer spent a
I still
reported
don't know.
$1 million on special crystals and $1 million smackaroos on designer clothes, while Heidi splashed $1 million on handbags and designer clothes, plus around $100K monthly on hair and makeup, and $200K during a marathon plastic surgery session. Be sure to stick to the end to see the female actor who
The
became
dumbest
poor
shit ever,
mainly
bro.
from splashing her money on jewelry and private islands. If you thought that Spencer and Heidi are poor, wait till you hear this next.
Uh, Hold up, give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second, give me 1 second. My fault for the unprofessionalness. But when it comes to that, it's like the sad thing about it is once people go broke after spending all that money, they realize they don't need none of that shit. Like freaking, well, definitely don't need the plastic surgery. Freaking 100K a month on hair and all that extra stuff. That definitely wasn't needed. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have been a friend of no rich person. I don't care what you was buying me. I would have told you, yo, you spending your money dumb as fuck. Like, but we're gonna continue.
Next actor. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more amazing videos. Aaron Carter. This fella is the younger brother of Nick of Backstreet Boys fame, and he first popped onto the scene during the late 90s, quickly establishing himself as a rapper, singer, and actor. Aaron Carter had a debut album that sold 1 million copies, and he did that at 9 years old.
Damn.
He has been in various Broadway musicals and in Dancing with the Stars,
Okay.
has multiple Nickelodeon appearances to his name, and can be seen in movies like Fat Albert and Popstar. Carter amassed a fortune of $200 million before
like
he
Lil
was
Peep.
18, but only $400K of that is left now. His parents had been light-fingered with the money, and on his 18th birthday, he got $2 million when it should have been at least 10 times that amount. By 2013, he had less than $1,000 in the bank, and since then has been so desperate for fame and riches that he fought Lamar Odom in a celeb boxing match. Unlike the actress coming up who had to redeem her bank account by posing for Playboy, Dennis Rodman. Yes, Rodman
Dennis
is an
Rodman broke?
actor, but first, the NBA in its official biography of this guy lauds him as arguably the best rebounding forward in NBA history. Born in 1961, Dennis Rodman is as notable for his odd looks as his on and off court controversies. His nickname was The Worm, and he's a 5-time NBA championship winner who in 2021 was named in the NBA 75th anniversary team, alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James.
I mean Stephen Curry, motherfucker. But I'm still stuck on that. He broke? Like,
Basketball aside,
to bust
Rodman
my
has
head.
worked as a professional wrestler, been in movies like Double Team and Simon Says, has had fellas like Kim Jong-un as friends, and is rumored to be a CIA agent. Earning $27 million to $43 million in 2022 dollars throughout his basketball
Damn.
career, Rodman should have been set for life.
Yeah.
But legal problems and his business manager by the name of Peggy Ann Fulford robbing him blind shrank his fortune to $400,000. The manager was later sentenced to a decade in jail and ordered to repay nearly $6 million to her
Okay.
varied victims, including
Okay.
$1.2 million to Rodman. Teresa Giudice. Teresa
What's good about that is in situations like that, sometimes they don't be having to pay nothing. They don't get no jail time, no nothing. And everything just goes unanswered and they just walk away scot free with all your money.
has 6 books to her name, with several being cookbooks and all being bestsellers. But it was her popping up in The Real Housewives of New Jersey that made her famous, not her culinary skills or writing talents. Born to Italian immigrants and known for her extravagance, she and her then husband were tried for fraud in 2013, and the next year she was given a 15-month sentence, with her ex-husband getting 41 months before
Damn.
eventually being deported. Her legal problems and debts that had to be paid off, over $10 million as of 2010, took a great chunk out of her fortune. All she has left is $500,000 that she is, however, in the process of multiplying. Lindsay
Yeah, this
Lohan. Born in New York City, Lindsay
bro. I mean, I understand if you done acquired like millions and millions, you probably think 500,000 is broke, but you could definitely, know what I'm saying, divvy that up into something and make it, back more than just $500,000 real quick, especially with pretty sure the connections they got. That's not really, I mean, in my opinion, that's not broke.
Lohan began modeling at the age of 3. The Parent Trap, a 1998 blockbuster, suddenly made her a very known face, with her celeb status being cemented with the release of Mean Girls. The latter movie, however, went a long way in making the paparazzi obsessed with her, to the
I think I
extent
remember
that
that
she
movie.
became a tabloid staple, with her frequent breakdowns, legal problems, court appearances, and substance abuse problems being covered in
Hell
very
of shit.
exhaustive detail. Though Lindsay Lohan reportedly earned over $27 million from movie roles, much of that was spent living extravagantly, with legal and personal problems also negatively impacting that fortune. By 2010, she was so broke she posed for Playboy, and the next year the IRS was so desperate to get at the money she owed them that they took control of her bank accounts. Lindsay Lohan has been lately sealing deals and has a net worth of approximately $500K. Stephen Baldwin. Stephen is Alec Baldwin's younger brother and has been in movies like Born on the 4th of July, Threesome, and The Usual Suspects, plus almost more TV shows than can be counted.
They kind of
And
look
let's
alike.
not forget to mention that his daughter has been married to Justin Bieber for the past few years.
That ass.
Stephen Baldwin is the poorest of the Baldwin brothers. He is currently worth around $500,000, mostly due to unwise financial decisions, just like the Rush Hour actor coming up, and failure to carefully pick movie roles.
Already seen it
In
coming.
2009, his New York abode had to be auctioned after he fell behind in the mortgage payments to the tune of $824,000. And in July of that year, he filed for bankruptcy, saying he owed $2.3 million to varied entities, including the IRS. In 2013, Stephen pled guilty to not filing income tax returns for 2008, 2009, and 2010, and was forced to cough up $300,000 or face a hefty jail term. Gary Busey. Gary Busey did wonders in the Buddy Holly story and was rewarded with an Academy Award nomination. Further success and exposure
He
came
played
with
in
roles
something.
in movies like A Star is Born, Silver Bullet, Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
The Firm, and Under Siege. In December 1988, Gary suffered a severe motorcycle accident that permanently damaged his brain, and he soon developed a cocaine addiction. In the year 2008, he was so broke he couldn't make rent and was kicked out of his Malibu rental. And in 2012, he filed for bankruptcy in California, asserting that he had up to $1 million in debt and less than $50,000 in assets. He's currently worth $500,000, with his fortune being eaten up by unwise real estate investments, rehab stints, and divorce settlements. Gary is also facing multiple sexual offense charges after improperly touching some women at a comic festival this year. Terry Polo. Born in Delaware, Teresa Elizabeth Polo came to New York at the age of 17 to seek fame and fortune in the acting world. Her first role was in an ABC soap opera by the name of Loving, and she's most known for playing the role of Pam Burns Fokker in the Meet the Parents trilogy. Terry Polo is quite the sight for sore eyes.
Meet the
Now,
fuckers.
while most outlets put her net worth at $800,000, Celebrity Net Worth insists she is worth just $200,000. Reportedly, her Playboy photo shoot got some doors barred to her in Hollywood, and as recently as 2014, she had to file for bankruptcy and owed over $800,000 to the IRS, credit card companies, and lawyers. Kelly Rutherford. Famous for appearances in Generations, Melrose Place, Gossip Girl, Scream 3, and I Love Trouble, Rutherford has been married twice and divorced the same number of times. Her second divorce was far from amicable, with the public being treated to a prolonged and nasty custody battle that she thought she had won after information divulged to the authorities by her lawyer led to her second husband being deported. However, her ex-husband's deportation led to a court granting him custody of their children, with Kelly Rutherford being obliged to visit France and Monaco whenever she wanted to see them. She filed for bankruptcy in 2013, saying she was on the hook for $2 million, with all but $500,000 of this being legal bills related to her second divorce. She is currently worth $1 million smackaroos, and that's not much for a Hollywood veteran like her. Randy Quaid. Randy is another member of the Millionaires Club, and he's been nominated for a Golden Globe and BAFTA, plus an Academy Award for his standout performance in The Last Detail. He also won a Golden Globe for LBJ, The Early Years, and his performance in Elvis and A Streetcar Named Desire got him Emmy nominations. Randy played the role of Russell Cass in Independence Day and Joe in Brokeback Mountain, but despite being in a slew of iconic movies, is not as rich as some of us think. He has long been in trouble with the law and has been kicked out of the Actors Equity Union, often does not get along with fellow actors and actresses, and has been seen as a nut job ever since he announced there was a criminal conspiracy to steal his money and kill both him and his wife, plus other actors. He is currently worth $1 million, and his wild behavior has led to job offers drying up. Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger was briefly a model before switching to acting.
Just for y'all that don't know, when they say they worth, that don't mean that's what they actually have. Like, they probably got assets that stem out to that amount or somewhere around there. But what other things is, like, a lot of these celebrities do it to themselves with the careless spending. Like, no type of investments, nothing to back up what they spending or to help make back what they spending, nothing.
And that has paid off for this Academy Award, Screen Actors Guild, and Golden Globe Award winner. She's been a Bond girl in Never Say Never Again and has won praise for movies like The Natural, Batman, LA Confidential, and 8 Mile. Kim Basinger's low net worth of just about $1 million is mostly due to her questionable financial decisions and poor acting choices. She had 9 Golden Raspberry nominations. In 1989, on the recommendation of some family members, she spent $20 million buying 1,700 acres of land in Georgia, intending to build studios and other stuff that would draw in tourists by the boatload. The plan was, however, stymied by financial difficulties, and its failure, plus the fact that she had to sell off the land for $1 million, triggered a rift between her and her family members. In 1993, she abandoned her contractual obligations in a movie and was sued, with an $8.9 million judgment being awarded against her. She responded by filing for bankruptcy and ultimately paid $3.8 million to make the whole thing go away. Tori Spelling. Victoria Davy Spelling was made famous by Beverly Hills 90210, A Friend to Die For, Scary Movie 2, and Kiss the Bride.
Like, imagine just seeing 3.8 mil just leave your bank account. Like, that gotta hurt. That definitely gotta fucking
She has
hurt.
written 6 books so far, with Storytelling, her autobiography, once being rated the best celeb autobiography. Her dad was a fella named Aaron Spelling, and movie buffs might know him as the producer of shows like Charlie's Angels, 1976 to 1981, The Love Boat, 1977 to 1986, Dynasty, 1981 to 1989, and Melrose Place, 1992 to 1999. Anyway, back to Tori Spelling. She spelled out her financial issues in her 6th book, blaming unwise real estate investments and the cancellation of her reality show for her less than rosy bank account balance. The death of her dad in 2006 was supposed to have meant Tori getting a hefty portion of his $600 million fortune, but all she got was $800,000 in cash, with her brother getting the same, and most of the money going to their mother. She is worth an estimated $1.5 million. Noah Centineo. This Floridian got his first big role in The Fosters. And
I mean, with situations like that, that's how it go. Like, I mean, it depends on how it's rolled out. Like, yo, this person gets this person gets that person gets that. Because I'm pretty sure if it was 600 million, he not. No, but I don't know. I don't know how that went because they didn't even see how much the mother got. So.
And viewers rewarded him with a Teen Choice Award nomination. In 2018, he made it into Camila Cabello's Havana music video, and soon after gained praise for his performance in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Sierra Burgess is a Loser, and The Perfect Date. Noah Centineo's most recent box office success was in Black Adam, a blockbuster in which he plays a being that can tweak his size and strength at will. Noah is only 26, and the $2 million he has in the bank is a respectable amount. His career seems to be on an upswing, and if he keeps his head on his shoulders and refrains from trying to outspend Croesus, there's a good chance he will in the future show up in one of our richest celeb videos. Chloe Bailey. Chloe is a singer and actress. She has, in combo with Halle Bailey, her sister, and as part of Chloe and Halle, earned 5 Grammy nominations. Chloe had minor roles in The Fighting Temptations and Let It Shine, but her sister plays the lead role in The Little Mermaid that Disney is going to release anytime soon. Chloe put in quite the performance with her rendition of Have Mercy at the 2021 MTV Music Awards, and her first solo album is due any day now. Her annual income is estimated at $350,000, while her net worth has been assessed at $2 million. Stephen Amell. That name might not ring much of a bell, but moviegoers and celeb watchers will remember.
I mean, for that, I mean, she fake still coming up, so I don't know how y'all paint that as broke, but or scraping dirt.
This guy for playing the lead role in Arrow from 2012 to 2020. He has also played the part of a werewolf in The Vampire Diaries, a prostitute in Hung, and a paramedic in Private Practice. But like we said, Arrow was his biggest role by far, and it has made possible the creation of a large and growing Arrowverse universe. Moviedom apart, this guy has wrestled in a professional capacity and is good friends with Cody Rhodes. I forgot what's that wrestler name. I forgot. As for Cody his Rhodes being worth like $2.5 million, that's because Stephen Amell hasn't been well paid for his roles. For the first few seasons of Arrow, he wasn't even the best paid actor on the set. By the final season, though, he was getting $125,000 per episode, and this contrasts with his beginning salary of $30,000 per episode. Chris Tucker. Remember Friday, the Rush Hour series, and The Fifth Element? Well, Chris Tucker has been in them and more, and he used to be firm buddies with Michael Jackson. He got around, too, and made it into Tupac's California Love video.
Now, for sure, I definitely know if Michael Jackson was alive, he would have definitely helped Chris Tucker out with his legal issues.
Born in Georgia, Tucker had enough wit and humor as a kid to sink a pleasure boat, and his regular tour of duty in Def Comedy Jam made him a household name in the early 90s. Now, Chris Tucker has earned over $50 million to $65 million in today's money from the Rush Hour franchise alone, and he, by all rights, should be living large on a private island that he owns, rules over, and is king of. However, bad financial advice and mistakes meant that he had to sell a couple of his houses, take a loss of 4.33 million on one, and by 2014, he was in hock to the IRS for 14 million.
Yeah.
That debt
Yeah.
has been paid off, but he's still not as rich as some think he is and should be, with estimates of his wealth being placed at 3 to 4 million. Sinbad. David Atkins was born in 1956.
I mean, that's not too bad compared to what recently he owed. So at least he still got something. You know, I can probably get some connections in some new movies or something. But he said he don't really want to do too much certain movies because like of his religious beliefs and not wanting to curse and be raunchy and stuff like that. But it's like, bro, I mean, I don't know. I can't really speak too much for him. He gonna do what he gonna do. So
In Michigan, the son of a reverend. After college, he served in the U.S. Air Force and did stand up comedy on the side, going by the name of Sinbad. He first became popular while playing the part of a car
he
salesman in the Cosby Show spinoff.
he played in what was that movie? I think it was that movie with Ed Lover and Dre. Ed Lover and Dre with that barbershop movie where they
By
was cops.
1993, he had gained enough currency to star in his eponymous show, and over the years, he has been in movies like Jingle All the Way, The Cherokee Kid, and House Guest. Now, Sinbad might be worth $4 million, but it has not always been smooth sailing for him. He filed for bankruptcy in 2009, and that same year, the state of California put him in its top 10 list of worst tax debtors for owing $2.5 million in taxes. His 2009 bankruptcy filing was dismissed because it was incorrectly filed, and he filed it again in 2013, stating that he was 10.99 million in debt and had assets of
Damn.
131,000 plus a monthly income of 16,000. Sinbad, since those dark times, has been able to grow his net worth to 4 million. Mel B. We
Mhm.
did say that this lady is spicy, and so she is, as a noted member of the Spice Girls. The Spice Girls are the best-selling girl group of all time, and they earned an estimated $800 million by the late 90s, solely via endorsement deals and merchandising. Now, Mel B is the poorest member of the group. She reportedly earned north of $30 million throughout
Damn.
her career with
Okay.
the Spice Girls and as a solo artist, but only $6 million of that is left. Part of the money went to buy an armored Cadillac Escalade, an armored Land Rover, and an armored Mercedes-Benz
That's a Land Rover?
S-Class, plus a Ferrari California and a Bentley Continental GTC. She also spent over £1 million on jewelry, £1
She
million
was
pounds for a
splurging.
private island off Virginia, and lavish holidays for herself and her kids, plus designer wear and a veritable army of
Yeah,
staff.
she was splurging.
Also, her first divorce cost £1.6 million, with the cost of the second pegged at £6.5 million. She's also been in multiple movies, including Chocolate City, Vegas Strip. Now, unlike these actors, some, such as Tom Cruise, Dwayne Johnson, and Tyler Perry, are worth north of $350 million. Check out this video to see the 20 richest.
Yeah, we'll probably react to that probably tomorrow. I'll probably save that for tomorrow. Um, Thank you if you stayed to the end. Definitely appreciate the support. Appreciate everything. Follow my social media if you want me to react to anything, any type of video, music video, these type of videos, anything. Definitely appreciate the support. You know, once again, love is love, and I'm gonna catch you on the next video.